I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library?
Hmm.
Come on, let's go in. Ah, you're gonna finally show me the archive, huh? You know, that room that you just didn't want anybody to go into? Yeah, that room. I guess I'll talk to you first, even though the first thing I want to do is go in the room. Is there evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
If I remember, on the other side of this door is the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. Yeah, I figured it would. I figured you were hiding something important in here. Whoa, there's so many books and files. So much dust, too.
So, in other words...
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Go ahead and take a gander at what the hell this is down here. There's a wooden box, and it's empty. Although judging by the smudges of the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. Extension cord, huh? What was Chihiro tied up with? Was it rope? I'll have to keep a note of that. You use the extension cord. Got it. This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. You have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf. No, you read the file. He's fooling you. It's a desk lamp. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw B using in the library before.
What?
You have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Whatever, dude. I got a coin out of it. That's all that matters. That it? There's so many files stuffed on the shelf. What's in all these
That's
things?
enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. The Illuminati. You know what I'm talking about? I know what you're talking about. If you're ready to be disappeared for it. Okay, that's what I thought I was going to say. Take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. There's a ton of thick files stuffed on the bookshelf. Thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. These files are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person would ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh. So, you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that, it's just... It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but... I mean, there's just so much. How can anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show that just how much power Host Peak Academy truly wields. Or perhaps, the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with some... The mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. Alright, so here's what I think. I think that the whole reason this archive is here is to basically provoke or add enthusiasm towards murdering one another, providing ideas to base off of, I guess. That's what I think. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they are, or if you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything, the natural of anything. Oh man, I was doing so good, and now it's just kind of hitting me again. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I've reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So, why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. Not if you fucking die, you piece of shit. Which at this point I'm hoping happens to you. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forward. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and material that interests me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. B is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through these reports have always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And if you solved them, why would you not tell anybody about it? And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, B grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding Genocide Jack cases have been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about the particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of the crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Shiro's corpse... Yes, it was suspended. What about it? The body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. I'm not an idiot, I know that already. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So, in other words...
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack. Or it's you. It could definitely be you.
In other words...
I'm not throwing that away yet. That's right. That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack is such a brutal, fiendish killer, really is walking around among us?
Interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Really? I don't need your help? Okay. They revealed the ones with real power, the secret council controlling everything from the shadows, and to tell all the people who control the world from behind the scenes the dangerous truth for a commoner. Well, are you going to look? Where do I look at? I'm not gonna beg you. I'm assuming it's in the cold case files. Fine, I guess I won't. I guess I'll fucking talk to you. B, about that Genocide Jack case file. Could Would you love to see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Aw, come on, don't be such a child, man. I see this stuff on Live Leak all the time, it's fine. B handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I'd reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. Let's see them. Hey! That's pretty good. The victim suffered multiple stab wounds across his body, believed to have been inflicted with the same scissors that were later used to attach the victim to the wall. The victim suffered multiple stab wounds across his body, believed to have been inflicted with the same scissors that were later used to attach the victim to the wall. That's interesting. So, here's already a loophole in B's accusation, saying that it's not a copycat killer. Just from looking at these two victims right here, they were suspended in the same fashion. He's correct. But the difference is that they were suspended using scissors. Chihiro wasn't suspended using scissors, and she wasn't killed with scissors. She was killed with a blown weapon, and then suspended up using rope. So it's definitely a copycat killer, not the real person. There's no end to the names, but one thing came perfectly clear as I read. All the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. Not the exact same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? I'm curious to see. Profiling results, all the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered all at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was an external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. So multiple personality disorder. Okay, it's all starting to make sense now. I think Toko is going to be framed for this murder, because she does have the split personality. But this is just my accusation. This is just my assumption for the moment being due to what's been provided to me. I don't think that it was actually Toko, and I think that it was actually B instead. And because he knows that Toko loves him, and I don't think Toko really cares all about her life all that much, that she was gonna take the blame for the murder. I don't know why. I mean, there's kind of bits and pieces that don't really make sense, like why would she want to die? Why would she want everybody else to be killed? I mean, then again, it doesn't really seem like she has much of, confidence. So I don't think she'd really care if she died. And maybe she doesn't care about the other people too. Maybe she's so in love with Byakuya that, or Byakuya, whatever, however you pronounce his name, B. Maybe it's just that she loves him so much, she's like, oh yeah, I'd kill myself for you. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting from this so far. The key point here is that the culprit may have been a split personality. Split personality. The kind of thing you see on TV. So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up until now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel my mind is going numb. Genocide Jack. Case file has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Let's go.
Alright, we should get going. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We've finished our business here, haven't we? Oh, wait. B. As usual, B turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Alright, where are we going now? This is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play with you.
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together this whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. Just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I had uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack. He is someone that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. Okay, well... thankfully the locker rooms are right here. Yeah, I guess I'll talk to Fumi real fast. Fumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if...
Another stat increased for me. Evidence? What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet, but I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Well, yeah, Miss Lunenberg said she witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? What did she say?
Well,
She refused to tell me.
would seem...
It's like when a girl bullies the boys she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where's Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be? First, let's check the scanner for this real fast. The boys' locker room card reader, but the door's unlocked now, so it's kind of pointless. Okay. Hey, what's that right there? Yeah. There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Boys' locker room carpet has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. That was interesting. What's that poster? Does that have any significance? Huh? This poster? It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. Holy shit. No way. No way. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. What's in here? There's probably nothing in here. Whoa, what's that down there? Maybe there's some kind of clue in the lockers? Guess not. Hey, there's a coin in there though. That's good. Guess there wasn't really anything here. This may fall into place at a later date though, who knows. At the moment, it seems like there's really nothing here, but I'd rather just be safe than sorry. Yeah, there's nothing here. But there is that stain on the boys' carpet. And there's the boy band poster, which is starting to make me wonder if it's possible that they could have pulled the thing that they did with... No, that's not possible. There's no way they would switch rooms, right? This is definitely the girls. Listen, closer to the blood is most noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. Girls' locker room doesn't seem like that kind of place you'd find something like this. Oh, but wait, that reminds me. The poster in the other locker room is... That's right. There's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? What if they were? Why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little bit more about the locker rooms. Yeah, that's pretty good. Who would know more about the... I guess I could talk to Saya because she's been in locker rooms. You spend a lot of time exercising in girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes he and I use it together. Okay then, let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I've never really paid any attention to the posters.
However...
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. Do we have protein coffee? In the warehouse, it's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. Mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyways, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
Of course.
fuck, dude. Got it. Exactly, I noticed earlier the stains disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. And still, it isn't unusually clean, as if there was never a stain here to begin with. Disappearing stain has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Yeah, so the rooms were definitely switched. Which is really odd. Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation? Generally speaking.
However,
but I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then,
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time, thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's definitely worth worrying about. Chihiro's ear handbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I'd better give it a shot anyways. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope is used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? This rope has a plug. Hey, Lamau! I fucking called it! Oh my... Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right. Just the issue of her being suspended as the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about it either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? The status of the dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro, and to figure out that there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Oh, hell yeah. I'm fucking doing pretty good, I think. Dude had real complex about being weak. Okay. I've already talked to you about this. I believe that's it. I'll look at the bloodlust one more time to see if there's anything about it. Okay.